Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the last 6 months of the year. I want to give you a recap on predictions for the year 2023, starting with July through December. And let me remind everyone before I get going here that I have done my world predictions and my predictions for everything for the year of 2023. I did that like last December so everyone could see month by month everything that's happening the whole year. And that was $99 for everyone that wanted to participate and listen. But now that half the year is over, I want to offer you my world predictions half price. So from $99 to $49, you can get my detailed analysis starting from January through December of 2023. That's a bargain. You can see where I got it right or wrong in the first part, and you can see definitely from what I got right or wrong how much is still to happen. Really, everything that is so intense is happening the last 6 months of this year. Mark my words, this I know for certain. I mean, everything's been building, but you gotta know something's about to come down and happen. So pay attention. I've got a lot to tell you about. So if you go onto my website, galacticcenter.org, you can find the World Predictions 2023, the entire year for sale for $49. So that will be in items that you can buy on my website. And while you're there, no reason not to sign up for my free newsletter that you will get every week, my predictions delivered to your email address, absolutely free. So sign up for that. And don't forget, I have this amazing spiritual group of people. We come together weekly with shooting stars. And my magazine. There's so many fun things on my website. So go to, and my magazine's Joni Patry's Astrology Insights. Go to my website, browse around, see what you can get there. There's a lot. And I always want to remind everyone in July, my new class for semester 1 with the University of Vedic Astrology starts July 26th. So that is universityofvedicastrology.com. Now, what do I predict for the second half of the year? I've got so much to talk about, and I want to give you an update so that you can prepare yourself. And one thing I was always telling people, and I'm going to tell you this, make your body strong. Take your vitamins. Take what's going to boost your immune system. Please exercise. And most of all, get a clear mind. Meditate. Do the things that will help you not be so fear-ridden and overcome with security issues. So please, make your body strong, make your mind strong, and I'll say some shooting stars and things like that could help if you feel like you can't do it alone. Okay, so this is an amazing crescendo for the year, because really what I think when Mars goes into Virgo, which will be August 18th, and it will be there till October 3rd, Mars in Virgo is serious because, well, every time Mars is in Virgo, of course, you know, Mars can be in Virgo every 2 years. It's not like this is the end of the world, but it's creating these yods. And a yod is called the finger of God. And what a yod is when a planet sits where it actually, if you look at a chart, it forms a Y. That's why it's called a yod. So 2 planets have to be where they're 3 signs away, but Mars is going to go right there to that focal point where it will quincunx one and quincunx the other, forming a yod. And so Mars is going to do this while the whole time it's in Virgo, with Saturn is one part of the yod, and Jupiter, Rahu, and Uranus is the other part of the yod. So what we have is Mars is going to be aspecting those placements. And what is a yod? This means something really intense is about to happen. And in the video where I do for the whole year, we look at every month astrologically, the charts, but I'm just telling you what's happening. So Mars being in this yod, it will be exactly, while it's in Virgo, it's going to quincunx. Let me give you some information. It's going to quincunx Rahu, and then it's going to quincunx Saturn. That will be September 1st. When Mars quincunxes Saturn, that will be some type of calamity and setback, delay, frustration, and maybe, you know, something really difficult's about to come down. Then Mars will quincunx, it's going to quincunx Jupiter from September 20th. And then by September 30th, it's going to quincunx Uranus, which is sudden, unexpected events. This is pretty much taking place August, September. And then September 17th, Mars is going to quincunx Jupiter, but it's also, Jupiter is going to be tied up with the moon. Well, the moon is going to be with K2. In Libra, and that's intense. So I'm looking at, you know, September 17th through the 20th. Look out. Something big is due to happen. And really, I want to just say, be very cognizant and aware of what is going to be happening between September 14th and the 18th. And this week, something's due to happen. Be very aware. I don't know if it's going to be an attack, but one thing I do see is that President Biden is not going to be doing well. I don't know if it's because the country's being attacked, or he's being attacked, or possibly he is not well. There's something big coming down. Saturn's going to be stationing around his K2, and that's going to be aspecting his moon. Saturn's aspecting his moon where it's stationing the months of August through October. Look out. This is where it really gets difficult. And something happening to the president, where maybe he's asked to step down. This could be it. Maybe it's his health. But I'm telling you, this is going to affect what? The stock market. When we have bad news of any kind, the stock market plummets. And when Mars goes into Libra, this is where it really is going to change. And that happens October 3rd. Mars will be conjunct K2 on that day. And let me just tell you, from the chart of the biggest stock market failure in 1929, Mars was conjunct K2. Now this happens frequently, but it's in Libra. This doesn't happen in Libra all the time. But let me just say, it has all the signatures of stock market going down, the economy going down. Why? Because the country's leadership is going down. Something's happening that's changing governments. And this includes, you know, around the world that this is happening. So November 16th, Mars then, after being in Libra, the whole time it's in Libra though, it's intense because this will be around the October solar and lunar eclipse. We have the October solar eclipse on the 14th of October. And Mars will be with K2 in Libra. This is intense, but the sun and moon are in Virgo. And let me remind you, I didn't tell you exactly. When Mars is in Virgo, and let me get that again for you. Mars will be in Virgo August 18th through October 3rd. There could be some kind of scare about another pandemic or something to do with health. That's why I'm telling everyone to get healthy. There's some kind of scare going on, whether it is a pandemic, whether it's war, whether it's something, there's fear. That's what I see with Mars being in this yod. And we have the solar eclipse. It's in Virgo. Virgo is the sign of health and healing, and something could put a scare in everyone. Now, the lunar eclipse that happens October 28th is off the charts. I mean, Mars is conjunct Mercury and Sun K2, all in Libra. And remember, Libra is the sign of balance. Libra is the sign of justice. Its symbol is the scales. And this is out of control, out of whack. There is no justice. That's what I'm seeing with that. But K2, Sun, Mercury, Mars are in opposition to Jupiter, Uranus, Moon, and Rahu in Aries. That's a lunar eclipse. So you've got all these planets lined up opposed to each other with this full moon, which is a lunar eclipse. And then you got Saturn and Venus opposing each other. This is a mess. But eclipses are always a wipeout. It's like something's been cleared. And remember what I always say about an eclipse? That eclipses are one of the best prediction tools we have as astrologers. But what happens during an eclipse is something is revealed that we didn't see before, comes out of the dark into the light. And I think this is going to be shocking for everyone. And like I keep saying, even the presence of extraterrestrials on our planet becomes more real, and that scares everyone, while everything else is falling apart according to government and leaders. But what is this all leading to? A major clearing. We now know what we have to work on. And because we see what the problems are. Now, whether or not they're being taken care of is one thing. But the first step to anything is realization of what the issue is. And this is where the healing truly begins. And during that lunar eclipse, we have Saturn right there stationing. It's about to turn direct, but it is standing still around 6-7 degrees of Aquarius. And that sits right on the United States natal moon, which is 7 degrees Aquarius. Saturn brings things to reality. The truth is coming out. This is where we all have to wake up and get real. We can't listen to the media anymore. Why? Because it's all propaganda. Maybe not all of it, but most of it. They are telling, you know, that all the media is pretty much in cahoots together. They're owned pretty much by some of the same people. So they know how they want to control the masses, and that's what they're putting out there. You got to listen to what's going on, not what the media is telling you is going on. You see what's going on, that's the facts. Just see it for what it is. And you can't believe it. So around November 16th, that is when Mars will go into Scorpio. And when it does, the day before it goes into Scorpio, the sun will be aligned with Mars, exactly at 29 degrees of Libra. the Sun-Mars component together represents violence and sometimes straight out some kind of mass calamity, warlike. If it's war, something to those effects. Fighting, anger, violence. And then Mars will be in Scorpio. November through December, through part of December for, yes, most of December. So November, December, Mars in Scorpio. And Mars will be conjunct the Sun in Sagittarius, November 17th and 18th. November 17th particularly. So the Sun and Mars cross over into Sagittarius, and it's going to be in the nakshatra Mula, which is ruled by the god of destruction. So the first 13 degrees, 20 minutes of Sagittarius is the nakshatra Mula. And the Sun will be transiting in Mula with Mars. Very destructive. So after November 16th, through the end of November and around the 21st of November, we have Rahu and Ketu. They're going to shift signs. If you're looking at the true nodes, which I use. So they're true placements. You're going to get Ketu in Virgo and Rahu in Pisces. And this will really, really start the flow of where things are headed. Well, I'm saying it's going to start really, I'm going to say August. August is where it really starts. August gets more intense. September, something big will happen. Huge. Then October. It's like there is a lot going on with the economy because of what has just happened in August, but September, a big blowout. Then October, the after effects and more things happening because of what happened previously. Then November, December, and then we get the nodal axes changing. Ketu being in Virgo is not good for the health of anything, whether it be physical health or the health of nations, mental health. A lot of this is really putting people over the edge too. So a lot of problems with mental health. It's one of the core main issues, especially while Saturn is transiting in the nakshatra Shatabishak. It deals with hard to cure diseases. And one of the hardest deals with the mind. Addictions and all sorts of mental problems, anything dealing with the deterioration of the mental cognitive mind. And that's happening rampantly around the world. So we have a lot we're dealing with. But you know, as I keep saying, you're not going to believe me, but this is a fact. I have a lot of hope. I have a ton of hope. There's a silver lining in all of this. Because for 50 years, we have been lied to. And now finally, the reality and the truth is all coming out. And yes, it's going to take a time before it's all settled. 2024 looks like one thing after another. Yes, and then we even have the elections in November of 2024. Jupiter and Uranus are coming together around that time. It means sudden, unexpected events. I just can't even tell you how much is changing and what's happening. But it's all for the higher good. It's just that there's a resistance to the good. That's what's creating all of the catastrophes. So, if you want more detail, look at my predictions for 2023 and get ready, because for 2024, I have even more to say. But this will wrap it up for the next 6 months, just to give you an idea of where we're headed and what to prepare for. I want you to get healthy, mentally, spiritually, and physically. We need people that are conscious and aware on this planet to help guide it to its highest good and higher place. So with that, I'll close. Remember, you can find out more about everything I'm offering on my website, galacticcenter.org. And if you want to study with me, go to my university website, universityofvedicastrology.com. Thank you.